that tragedy in Liverpool yesterday.
Yeah, at least 27 people this morning hospitalized, including 4 children, after a minivan crashed through a group of pedestrians at a soccer parade. At least 1 adult and 1 child suffered very serious injuries. At the time, thousands of people had lined the streets to celebrate Liverpool's Premier League title win. Video shows the minivan traveling at a high speed and plowing through the crowd before it came to a stop. The driver was arrested at the scene. He's described as a 53-year-old British man. Authorities say the crash is not being investigated as terrorism related, and no one else is being sought in connection with what police are calling an isolated incident. Let's bring in NBC News foreign correspondent Raf Sanchez live from the scene of the incident in Liverpool. Raf, what's the latest there?
Well, Willie, as you can see, a major police investigation is now underway, trying to understand how this joyful championship parade turned really into a scene of horror. I just want to explain the geography here. We are at the bottom of Water Street. This is one of the main drags in central Liverpool. And less than 24 hours ago, you had tens of thousands of soccer fans on both sides of the street. They were cheering some of the sport's biggest stars, fresh off their championship win in the English Premier League, coming down. And then that dark minivan came careening into the crowd. So just to explain, that minivan is still parked on the street. It is on the other side of that large police vehicle, which is obscuring the view. And detectives are continuing to carry out forensic investigations. As you said, the driver of that minivan is under arrest. Police are saying he is a 53-year-old white British man. And viewers may be wondering, why are the police mentioning his race? And our best guess as to that, Willie, is that last year there were major riots in this country sparked by misinformation on social media after a violent attack. People on social media accusing falsely a migrant of carrying out that attack. So we believe that is the reason police are mentioning race in this case. Now, as you said, nearly 50 people were injured when that van came slamming into the crowd. 4 of them were children. One of those kids, Willie, was actually trapped underneath the van. Firefighters had to lift the van, pull that child out to safety. 1 child is seriously injured, but miraculously, no one has been killed in this incident, at least so far. A number of people are still in hospital. Police are saying they are not treating this as an act of terrorism. They are saying they believe this is an isolated incident and they aren't looking for anyone else. But they have so far not laid out their understanding of what the motivations are here. They haven't brought any charges yet against the person in custody or anyone else. So we may understand a little bit more if and when those charges are brought. But we are hearing just a wave of condolence and solidarity coming from across the world of sport, including from LeBron James, who's actually a part owner of Liverpool Football Club. And I can tell you guys, the anthem of that soccer team is "You Will Never Walk Alone." It is a song that you hear chanted at Anfield by the fans here. That's the major soccer stadium. And there is a real feeling in this city today that people are not walking alone, that they are supporting each other to get through this tragedy.
Raf, just to go back to a point you made earlier, the police have determined this is not an act of terrorism, so they do know something about what happened. Do they talk at all about what this may have been? Was it a medical incident? Was the person drunk? Is there any idea of what took place yesterday?
So, Willie, there are very strict laws here in the UK about what authorities can say once somebody has been arrested. That is with the goal of not biasing a future jury trial. I can tell you our team at NBC News has verified a number of videos taken before the minivan crashed into the crowd, and it does appear to show some kind of confrontation between the driver of that vehicle and a number of soccer fans. You can see people banging on the sides of the car. One person tries to open the door of that car. So we simply do not know what the motivation is, but it appears that the driver was in control, but in a high-stress situation in the minutes before he plowed into the crowd. We just, at this point, point, do not know what the motivation was, and we don't really understand whether or not or to what degree this was intentional.
All right, more than 50 people injured, a couple of them very seriously. NBC's Raf Sanchez live in Liverpool, England. Raf, thanks so much.